Hi there, I'm SmallAnt1 and welcome to my advanced strategy tutorial. In this video, I'll be explaining Late Clip, which is a difficult clip that is used to get some fast moons and avoid the rango fight to save up to 5 seconds in Late Kingdom. This is a clip, but it's different than roll cancel clipping, so this trick can currently be done in any version of the game. Late Clip is done after obtaining the Zipper Moon. There is a tiny gap on the inside corner of these two walls. You use this gap to roll out of bounds, jump up, use Cappy to activate a checkpoint flag, then dive down to a chest below. After obtaining the moon from the chest, you warp up to the checkpoint, get the moon from that chest, then jump down and continue with the regular lake route until after the Pillar Moon, where instead of going up to the Rango fight, you swim into the town and talk to the NPC to get the final moon. Then, just warp back to the Odyssey and finish off the kingdom. Back to the clip though. To get in between the tiny gap, Mario has to be at the perfect position and the perfect angle. There are two different setups that can be used to help. The first is using a wall slide. To clip out of bounds with this method, start by standing in the corner with Mario and pointing the camera all the way up and to the right, then jump and wall slide. Mario should be positioned like this, with his center slightly to the left of the seam of the two walls. While still wall sliding, throw Cappy without inputting a direction. Cappy should be thrown at the perfect angle. If Mario was in the correct position, then Cappy will clip through the wall. If Cappy does not clip, then wall slide and try again. If Cappy went right, then Mario was too far right. And if Cappy went left, then Mario was too far left. Once Cappy clips through the wall though, let Mario hit the ground, then throw Cappy again, and start a roll without inputting any direction on the control stick. Mario should clip through the wall and be stopped by a bounce from Cappy. Now Mario's out of bounds. So that's the wall slide strat. It gets the perfect angle for the clip, but you have to find the correct position. The other setup gets the perfect position, but not the angle, and I'll explain that now. With this other setup, turn the camera upright, same as the other strat, and then have Mario crouch walk from right to left by holding up on the control stick. Mario should walk and get caught in a certain spot in the wall. Once here, stop moving and turn Mario around by tapping down. Have Mario face this direction on the compass, just barely above the halfway point between southwest and west-southwest. The angle here is very precise, so do very small taps on the control stick to adjust. Once you have the correct position, throw Cappy and he should clip through the wall. If Cappy doesn't clip and goes to the right, then Mario's facing too far to the right, and if Cappy goes left, then Mario's angled too far left. But once Cappy does clip, hold him there with Y, then just roll without pressing any direction on the control stick to bounce off of Cappy. There is one other common thing that can happen with both setups. Cappy clipping through the wall is a little more forgiving than the Mario clip. This means that occasionally, Cappy will clip through the wall, but Mario will roll past. There is a visual cue to recognize when this will happen though. After Cappy clips through the wall, if he is too far inside of the left wall, then when Mario rolls, he most likely will not clip. So if you notice Cappy in this position, then aim a tiny bit more to the right and try again. That covers both setups for late clip. Personally, I find the second setup to be much better as it's easier and faster to line it up, but you'll have to try both and see which works best for you. After the bounce out of bounds though, the strat isn't over yet. The movement here is also incredibly precise and finicky. This out of bounds area doesn't have any solid ground, so you will need to bring Mario slightly back in bounds to do a ground pound jump. To do this, when Mario is in the air from the bounce, quickly tap up left on the control stick, then cap throw and ground pound. The tap on the control stick needs to be very short, so don't hold the direction at all, just tap and let the stick go back to neutral. If those inputs were done correctly, Mario should have ground pounded onto solid ground but will still be inside the wall. From here, you'll be ground pound jumping. During this ground pound jump, you have to avoid the ceilings above Mario. To do this, when the ground pound jump begins, hold down right to pull Mario towards the small section of the lighter wall. Once Mario is high enough to have passed the ceiling on the left, quickly rotate the control stick clockwise to point up left. Right at the peak of the jump, just when the control stick is aiming in the correct position, throw Cappy. Wait for Mario to do the full spin, then dive to cap jump. As Mario is jumping from Cappy, turn the control stick straight up and at the absolute peak of the cap jump, throw Cappy. The cap throw should be cancelled by an invisible wall, which, after the cap throw, you need to wall jump from. So Mario should wall jump. At the peak of this wall jump, do an up throw back towards the wall and dive, while shaking the controller to have Cappy home in on the checkpoint above. If you avoided the ceilings and went far enough to the left, then everything should have worked. Now, with Mario diving, continue to hold forwards into the water until just before the end of the dive. Right at the end of the diving animation, let the control stick return to neutral for a moment, then hold forwards again. If you hold forwards too long, then the dive animation will bring Mario back up a little bit, so going neutral on the control stick avoids this. With Mario falling in the water now, hold forwards until Mario is just above this area, then ground pound, making sure to keep holding the Z button as this makes the ground pound go deeper in the water. The ground pound should open up this chest and spawn the moon. Wait a moment to let the moon spawn, then quickly swim upwards to collect the moon. If you begin to swim up too early, then your ground pound jump in the water may bring you above the moon, where you'll have to wait for Mario to fall back down into it, so don't swim up too early. After collecting this moon, just warp to the checkpoint you've just activated, collect the chest moon up there, then go about the same route as I described before. This lake clip is incredibly precise, and since it's such a small time save, you will have to practice a lot to have this trick be consistent enough to do in runs. So don't get discouraged, you just have to invest enough time into it. That's everything I can think of regarding lake clip though. If I forgot any details, or if you have any helpful tips, feel free to leave them in the comments below, they are much appreciated. Thank you for watching, be sure to like and subscribe. I'm SmallAnt1, and I'll see you next time.